There is a hidden weakness buried inside every S-400 battery, ringing Moscow. A mathematical flaw no upgrade can fix. It can track roughly 80 targets at once. Ukraine just sent 200. What happened next didn't just damage a refinery, it exposed the fatal blind spot of modern air defense. Picture a radar screen glowing green in the dark, built to hunt giants, hypersonic missiles, stealth bombers, the kind of threats that justify a $2 million interceptor per shot. But on one night in June, it wasn't hunting giants. It was hunting 200 small, slow machines, flying low, flying cheap, flying under everything the system was ever trained to see. Here's the paradox. The more advanced a defense becomes, the more blind it can be to the simplest threat. Russia built a fortress for the wrong war. Every radar has a ceiling. Every system has a limit. And that night, Moscow's limit was about to be tested in the worst possible way. What was coming wasn't a weapon Russia feared. It was a weapon Russia never respected until it was too late. Rewind to 2021. Ukraine had no real drone industry, just borrowed Turkish Bayraktars and old Soviet scraps. Nobody outside the country believed what came next. By 2023, 200,000 drones. By 2024, 2.2 million. By 2025, 4 million. A curve no analyst predicted. Built inside garages and small workshops Russia couldn't bomb because there was no factory to hit. Now the cost logic. One FP, one LUT drone, $55,000. One interceptor to stop it, up to 2 million. That's not a fair fight. It's a trap built on arithmetic. A $2 trillion war machine being challenged by something cheaper than a used car. Ukraine wasn't just building drones. It was quietly building the tool that would force Russia into a decision it never wanted to make. And that decision was closer than anyone in Moscow realized. Air defense isn't infinite. Every S-400 battery guarding Moscow is one fewer battery guarding the front line in Donbass, in Kursk, in Crimea, and every battery on the front is one fewer over the capital. This is the trap, a zero-sum equation Russia cannot escape. Between June 2025 and March 2026, Ukraine struck Russian air defenses nearly 500 times, 39 missile systems destroyed in March alone. The front line was already thinning quietly, one battery at a time, long before Moscow ever felt threatened. Picture Russian commanders shifting units north in secret, hoping nobody would notice the gap growing behind them. Nobody was supposed to notice, but gaps like this don't stay hidden forever. Then came the night the trap became impossible to ignore. June 18, 2026, nearly 200 drones converge on Moscow, the largest attack of the entire war. The target, Kaputnya, the refinery supplying 40% of the capital's fuel. Imagine the scene, fires breaking out across the skyline, the ring road shutting down, airports grounded, ordinary Muscovites filming chaos they were told could never reach their city. Here's the math that broke the myth. An S-400 can track roughly 80 targets at once. Ukraine sent 200. This wasn't a defeat by superior technology. It was a defeat by simple arithmetic. Within days, Zelensky confirmed it publicly. Russia was pulling air defenses off the front line to protect Moscow itself. The hidden weakness was no longer hidden. It was on fire, live, for the world to see. And this was only the first night. What came after made it worse. The damage didn't stop at fire. It became a financial collapse in real time. 194 refinery strikes in 2026, 14% of Russia's refining capacity gone. Output dropped to 4.69 million barrels a day, 18% below pre-war levels. Then came the humiliation nobody predicted. Russia, the world's second largest oil exporter, banned diesel exports entirely on July 8th. Picture fuel queues stretching down Russian streets. Jerry cans banned at gas stations. A nation that sells oil to the world, now rationing it at home. Every drone that got through didn't just hit a building, it erased barrels from an empire's balance sheet, and the number kept climbing. A 24% drop in oil revenue, with no sign of stopping. Russia's answer was desperation dressed as strength. Satellite images revealed a new ring of S-400s rising around Moscow. S-500 systems activated for the first time in real combat. But this wasn't a show of power. It was a fortress under siege, built from batteries stolen from somewhere that needed them more. And Ukraine didn't slow down. By mid-July, over 400 drones launched in a single multi-night wave, double the scale of June's record attack. Picture the map now. Red pins spreading from the front line all the way to the capital. A war that was supposed to stay 800 kilometers away, now knocking on Moscow's door. The fortress kept growing. So did the swarm. One side was running out of money faster than the other, and everyone could see it. Zoom Zoom out. NATO is now studying Ukraine's doctrine of quantity over quality. The Pentagon's replicator program sees its theory proven in real combat. Ukraine has agreed to send drones to the US for evaluation. Here's the paradox. Fully resolved, a nation with no navy and a fraction of Russia's air power just proved that a $55,000 machine can bend a nuclear superpower's economy and military posture at the same time. This isn't guaranteed to repeat everywhere. Every battlefield is different. Every defense system has its own limits, but the lesson is already spreading. Every major military on Earth is rereading its own air defense doctrine because the blind spot exposed over Moscow isn't unique to Russia. It exists in almost every system built before the drone age. The next war won't be decided by who has the biggest army. It'll be decided by who saw this coming first. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, subscribe for more deep-dive military intelligence reports. Question for you: do you think air defense as we know it is already obsolete, or can it adapt in time?